Beckham is looking to influence the game from out wide. Not the most accurate pass. That's tidy. Looking for options for movement. Flings in across. Baresi getting this one clear. They're up to 5 corners now. Good read, needed to be. Chance! Sticks it away! He made it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
And it's been played through.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. There they go, hunting again.
75 minutes played. Ronaldo picks it up out wide. Otto. And he lines up he gets big! Should have equalised.
Bellingham absolutely knew he could ill afford to miss that.
And it's Lam. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's cut it out.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Camavinga. India striving to prolong their stay at this level, and they are just shot at goal! He's scored! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
That is a super smooth goal, beautiful manoeuvring of the ball, and splendid authority in the finish.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
Substitution on the field, number 23.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Yeah, it's a situation that's increasingly desperate now. Your hand is being somewhat...
He's had a shot! There's a goal! A huge goal in the fight for their lives.
Oh, what a psychological boost. I don't think you can underestimate the change in psyche in both sides now. Even the smallest of changes in body languages, and players can pick up on that.
So smooth, a signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
India go into the lead.
I think what we've just seen is further evidence of their resilience and fantastic belief. I mean, they can always come through.
Haaland! And that's caused a worry or two. Lam. And smartly reclaimed.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And he shoots! And yes, it's there! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
India could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced...
Decent chance! It's in! Drama at the death! Is there time for one more twist? A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
India really were...
And that will be it. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Messi taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
What a game, what a show of...
India are desperate to get a point here.
Hello,
The
everybody,
point that
and
will save
welcome
them
to
from the
today's match.
unthinkable. Matches do not come much more consequential than this. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway. India come into this game needing something. To fall short here would impact horribly on their future, immediate and beyond. Oh, nicely intercepted.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Nicely shaped ball. That's the keeper's ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's an imaginative pass. He's having a go!
There's a player below us, Peter, that I've always admired. Franco Baresi, a defender.
Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he was quick to react. Roberto Carlos. Battling for the right to play in the early stages. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Haaland. Scholes. Haaland! He is through here! And he's heaved it away. It's a good-looking delivery. Defending of the desperate variety. Still goalless. Guardiola is the team's great visionary. India couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. No, that's been intercepted. Shapes to shoot! They want to be quick to recover this. India do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
That has ended up in no man's land, and it's lofted through here. Beckham is looking to influence the game from out wide. Now, can they get him away? That's rather hopeful. And the goalkeeper watches it past.
No, it's a fair attempt. I think he felt he could line one up there. The odds were never really in his favour. That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Guardiola. Oh, good-looking ball. Jordan Henderson is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. And he's had a hit! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Romario. And it's Scholes. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he shoots! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Look at the Can he finish? And he's done it! Oh, that is a sweet finish, gorgeously controlled and ruthlessly dispatched.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. Oh, very neat and tidy.
Is number 23, Xavi Simons.
Madrid have penetrated for the first time.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip. India certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Decent chance! He's scored! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Number 6, Harry Kane.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
And this is Romario. That's a cute ball. Oh, well played, well played. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Haaland. Xavi Simons.
There will be 1 minute.
It's a pretty loose pass. Guardiola. Now it's Romario. Takes the shot! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. India were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end.
And we come
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
The boss is going to be disappointed with the way his team just switched off for those 2 goals. They'll have to take some risks now to try and get back in this game, and it's easier said than done, as we know.
And we're underway again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Xavi Simons. Simons! He's got away! That's a good run down the left. Foot in. Referee has just said play on. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Madrid can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well, that has not gone well. Baresi.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Tries to play it through. That is good alertness. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Not the most accurate pass. Played into space. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Aimed beyond the defence. Roberto Carlos, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. Scholes. Oh, super ball! Judge, surely! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. A case now of complete control. And here's Beckham. Guardiola. Kane in acres of space out wide. And he's managed to get free. Applies the finish! Rising over the bar.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And here's Messi. Pelé.
Substitution in progress.
India have their second corner now. And it's hoisted clear. And it's Guardiola. Oh, it's come loose. Baresi. And here's Romario. And Romario! India have their third corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 19. Messi. Number 11, Romario. Number 18, Beckham. Coming on the field, number 9,
Plays the ball back.
Number 22, Platini. Number 25, Nedved.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
And that's put paid to a promising move. And here's Doué. Good ball. There's the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? And here comes the corner. They've played it short. Doué takes a shot. Always going over the top.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Is there any way back into this? The dream appears to be coming to an end with a whimper.
I would have to say no way back at this stage. If they're going to do something, it has to be now.
Looking to play him in. Pelé will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Guardiola. It's Roberto Carlos. Baresi. Thuram. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Raul. Van Nistelrooy. A big chance! It's a goal! Just cruising! They are cruising! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Number 17, Van Nistelrooy.
It's become a case of men against boys. Lahm. And it's Thuram. Guardiola. And here's Ibrahimovic.
Added minutes has been
Raul
indicated.
was in no mood for any of that. Doué running with the ball.
Oh, great feat, that.
Whistle's gone, and they've got themselves a free kick. This looks like a more than decent chance to strike. An opportunity then to pull clear here. And, oh, wonderful! What a goal! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at. A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
Madrid are having a ball here. Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Guardiola. Some resolute defending there. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. It's the day when it all caught up with them. The whole season has been a campaign of struggle, and it India get ready for another crack at the big prize.
Hello, everybody,
Will they
and
get the win
welcome
they
to
need to
today's
get their
match.
campaign off to a flying start, or will their bubble burst over the course of the next 90 minutes? Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Real chance! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Kimmich, it's a really well-measured ball. Guardiola, that's a cute ball. Kimmich cuts out the pass. Spread it left. And it's Ødegaard. And that pass just didn't quite work. Musiala, and the counter is on. Here's Roberto Carlos. Musiala, Messi. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. That's an imaginative pass. Hernandez. Quarter of an hour played. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Hernandez gets into a good position. India yet to have an attempt on goal. Guardiola is always scanning the pitch for targets. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Oh, good spread. And this is Bale, and he's managed to get free. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Out of play for a goal kick. Petit picks it up from the goal kick. Here it is, crossed in. Lahm promptly onto that, and that is that.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Takes a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that's not going to trouble anybody. Well, he can only improve on that one next time. Ball's gone out of play. Beckham is one whose deliveries we all know about. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Bale. That pass has been well intercepted. Ambitious ball here. Hernandez kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Hernandez. Musiala. Messi. Great vision. And he's picked out the run. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
India clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Odegaard. That's a delicate pass. And it's hoisted clear. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Kimmich. Odegaard.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Probing pass. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Hernandez. Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a good ball out wide. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
Please make sure to watch
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0.
Substitution on the field. Number 9, Ibrahimovic. Coming on the field is number
And we're off
11,
again.
Romario.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Knocks it into space. And the finish! That is decidedly lacking.
It's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nice looking ball. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Can he get it through? And this is Ronaldo. Thuram. India do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Odegaard. A header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Hernandez has it in a wide position. Neymar, and this is Neymar, goes for a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Hernandez, tidy with his distribution. Oh, we're still waiting for a goal to report here. Thuram opts for safety. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. And that has been slung wide. Odegaard. India are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Hernandez. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Mignon claims comfortably. Musiala looking for a runner. And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Neymar. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. That's a nicely shaped ball. Chance! He has done it! Finally the breakthrough!
What a time to take the lead. But now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So we have the first goal.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Tries to pass it through. Messi! And that could have brought them level.
Well, it's certainly encouraging, Peter. At least they're going about things the right way after falling behind.
It's their second corner of the game.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. No, it's come to nothing.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Oh, important interception. Lahm gets across to intercept that. And here's Messi. And here's Romario. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Mignon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Well, they could break here. Looking tidy in possession here. And that is expertly dealt with.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. It's not an especially good pass, that.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Passing nice and neat. Gattuso.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That's a look and plays it forward. Shifted it to the flank. Neymar. That's very neat. Ødegaard, looking to go big header! It's a loose ball. Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Look, I think a draw might have been a much fairer result today. It's just that one crucial second-half goal. That's what cost them.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly and seems to just glide across the turf. But when the goal's in front of him, he's also got that cool head that's required to pick a spot and finish everything off.
Yeah, hard to see past him. He'll be looking to put on a show, I'm certain of that. Ibrahimovic. Raul. Oh, this is a very good run. And this is Raul. Oh, he's been caught. There's the shot! In for the pieces! Goal!